You ever heard of Minecraft? As I just confirmed, it's day 28 of the FLoB-a-thon subathon 2024 for your May 3rd, 2024. And we have 16 hours, 43 minutes, and 55 seconds on the clock, resuming now. We played an 2.5 hours of Formula 1 2012 and only lost an hour. If that's pretty much how the F1 experience is. We left off in the Far Lands or Bust world at 61,513.33 megabytes. I don't remember where we left off. In a hidey hole, I presume. But let's continue on. Woof, and Wolfie's ready. I bet you none of you had your woofs ready. Hello? Oh. I didn't give you ample time to prepare your woofs. Joke's on you. You should always have them ready. You never know. Little fish. It's a Nemo. Nemo Mountain. Whoop. Let's continue going west to the Far Lands here in Minecraft Beta 173. Oh. That was weird. that I don't know, that jitter looked weird. I mean, everything looks weird now, but that's what we're dealing with. What am I doing? I'm checking how much wood I have. How's your day been? Well, yesterday I lied. Whoa! Wolfie almost got axed in the face. Yesterday I thought was going to be like the last nice day. So I mowed the lawn and I did a bunch of cleanup around the garden and all that stuff. But turns out today was nice too. The rain doesn't come till tonight. So today was nice. So I did a lot of continuing that. Watering. I didn't really water anything yesterday because I figured it was going to rain. So I watered. I was out there a-watering today and took a longer walk with Juno. So yes, I'm starting late and I'm not sure. Yesterday the girlfriend expressed a wanton to go out for Thai food for dinner. That depends on if she still is interested in that. Will determine how late I can go today. It's fine. The rain's coming back, so that means I'm going to stream more. I'm the opposite of whatever the opposite of a fair weather streamer is. Foul ball streamer. Unfair. Unfair weather streamer. Oh, that's lava too, I presume. This whole place is geologically active. Inclement weather streamer. A weed whacked. A mode. Whoa. I was so busy watching Wolfie come down that I almost fell in a pit. Did you edge the lawn too? I don't have an edge our neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks, which is why I must get in my car and drive to a place to walk Juno every day. So there's no edge of the lawn to define. There's no road. There's a road, but I'm not in control of where the road begins and my yard ends. That's not my business. That's on the outside of the fence. I don't care what happens out there. I planted a bunch of my wildflowers from last year. That was honestly a couple weeks ago, and they're all starting to sprout up, which is nice. Gonna have wildflowers everywhere. I got a bunch of pots. Well, not a bunch. I got some pots. I'm not sure what to plant in them. Like, I still got a bunch of seedlings here. That need to go out in the garden. I can fit maybe 1 or 2 more rows of something in the first raised bed. The third raised bed is completely free. I did just plant a row of beans that were left over from last year. We let dry out. I think that one I'll put the beans and cucumbers and climbing viney plants over there. And then maybe set up some sort of trellis situation to support them with. Organic, locally grown catnip for the children's. They don't really, I mean, they do kind of, but they don't really go nuts for the catnip. Catgrass. Although, yeah, I tried to start some dill and some basil, but they did not take. So I'm thinking I need to plant them outside. Maybe I'll use the planters for that. I do have pumpkin seeds. Those, and she might have a spooky noises. She might have a point. Those were thinking of planting. I have my compost bin made of pallets, but there's like room around it. If I fill that with dirt, I'm thinking I could put the pumpkins up there. Plant the pumpkins in there. Once they sprout, and if they sprout. That way, then they're far enough away from the actual garden beds that I can lay them out and spread them out, and they can go nuts in that corner. And they'll have a full supply of compost. I got pie pumpkins. I don't know what that means. They're not the decorative ones. But they, at least in the pictures on the thing, they come out like longer. They're a little bit more oblong. I don't know what we're going to do with them, or if they'll even grow. Honestly, we've tried pumpkins in the past, and we've either started them too late, or just nothing happens. I also got sweet squash, which looks like a pumpkin, but it's a squash. It looks like a boat, but it's just a car. Animals are going to eat them before you harvest. We don't. I mean, we got squirrels. Is really the only animal to worry about. But the squirrels are well fed. Very well fed from the bird feeder. They were just, one of them was out there on the bird feeder today, and a neighborhood cat was just watching him. And then he got up there with him, and he was just looking at him. Like they were like face to face, just staring at each other. I'm like, bite him! Get rid of him, you dumb cat. That's the only reason you're out here. Go eat him. He kind of like swatted at him. They had a back and forth.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Pumpkins in the Past was my band in college.
Pumpkins in the Past. Yeah, we've really not had a problem with tomato issues. Like anything eating our tomatoes. We have slugs can be a problem for like small plants, starts and stuff like that. And I don't know, our strawberries are about to pop. I don't know if birds, again, the birds are plenty distracted with the bird seed, I hope.
You may experience the emptiness with me if you wish.
Thanks.
The Funk Police is here with a tier 1 sub, 2 minutes on the timer, and the first sub-resub of the day, if you'll believe it, for a dang subathon. Sub-tub. Yeah, then there's the whole no mo may or whatever thing that's making the rounds. We kind of did that last year, where we like cordoned off a corner of the yard and just didn't touch it. And it just grew tall and long. On purpose, yes. A natural rewilding. Rewilding. That's why I'm trying to like spread wildflowers everywhere. Hopefully they'll just spread year to year to year. How are you doing today, Kurt? I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Oops, sorry. Again, just another scenario where I feel like I have so much I want to do. There's not enough time. Like, the Datsun I haven't touched. The truck needs a new exhaust. Not only because of the exhaust leak, but also the hanger rusted off and it's clanging around the muffler and pipe. Lose that on the highway. I mean, it's been like that for many months. Time to go to a junkyard. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I did find there is a Nissan pickup up north. It's like an hour and a half north.
Timo Warner gifted a tier 1 sub to Exhaust Leak.
They're
They
already
have given
subbed.
419 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much, Timo Warner. That's not a bad idea. I didn't think of that. There is one up north, like an hour and a half, that I found online that has a front bumper guard, which I've wanted. Yeah, I didn't think of, like, also, if the exhaust is still intact, taking the exhaust. I did not think of that at all. Although I'm pretty sure at a junkyard, they've probably removed the catalytic converter, which means they probably just cut it off, which means the exhaust is not there. I'm assuming junkyard cars have had the exhausts removed. Yeah, I've never been to a junkyard. Just make sure it's not raining either. You know, it's one of those things that I've never done, but like everybody seems to like know the way to do it, and I'm like, I don't know I don't know the process. I don't know the methods. So that's what like stops me from just like do 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 do. The procedure, right? Yeah. Well, you gotta bring your own tools. I understand that part. Spooky noises. Oh. Right, that's what I was yeah, that's what I was considering. That they just as soon cut the exhausts. And I just as soon, if I'm gonna find a manifold, I should just buy a new one. A used one is just gonna fail just as soon. They're not that expensive. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, I definitely want the brush guard. Which is probably gone. That's the sort of thing. Like, you gotta go to find out, and like I said, this place is like an hour and a half away. I guess if there's a handbrake lever. Manifold Gardens. It seems scary at first, but it's pretty chill, yeah. Yeah, but it's also like the sort of like cars, mechanics, man zone, bro zone, car zone, which I just don't feel comfortable in as well. So it's like I feel extra fish out of water there. Yeah, I'm probably definitely totally overthinking it. I'm a bro like me. I should also find like a spare tire, a spare wheel. Maybe not the tire, I'll get a new tire, but yeah, my truck doesn't have a spare tire. Which could be a problem if I ever run into a problem. Have you ever considered putting the manifold on your throne? No, I mean, the same problem is I don't even know if I want to do that job. Like, if I do go get a new exhaust made, I'll see how much it'll cost for an exhaust shop to replace the just everything, just the manifold back.
Now I'll need someone to play with. A trio. Piano, bass, and drums, and a bone for me.
Kurt Sitten.
Kurt Sitten, thank you, Fromps, for 3 months. A trio of months in the sub-tub. Much appreciated. 2 minutes on the timer. If you had an exhaust manifold, you could pay someone to put it on. I mean, the problem with that is a lot of shops want to, like, source their own parts. In which case, they can charge you for it. So you end up bringing in your own parts and people won't, like, shops won't want to work with it, or, like, they won't guarantee their work after that with that. Even though we'll probably get them from the same exact place.
This isn't funny.
It is from this angle.
Happy 13. Happy to be around for even a small part of it.
Jazeum,
Kurt Dance.
57 months is no small part of it. Thank you very much for that. Hello? That amount of time in the sub-tub. Sub-tub. Owning a car sounds like such a hassle. It is. It is. Oh, is that a spawner? Did I just walk by a spawner? Maybe not. It's the way the man keeps you down. No, not a spawner. Just a normal sand cave-in. America's mandatory car ownership. I always think I don't know why or how I was thinking of it. Oh, I was thinking again about how Washington doesn't have car inspections, and it recently got rid of emissions testing inspections. And there are a lot of cars on the roads that are in some dubious conditions. I mean, there's a lot of people driving around with just open exhaust headers, it would seem, based on the loudness. But then I think, well, if you're going to force people to repair their cars or have cars that meet a certain standard, that is going to exclude even more people who can't afford to do that. So, in that case, the maintenance or the car ownership or some portion of it should be subsidized to make sure that because this person can't afford a car doesn't mean that they can't get to work. You either subsidize car ownership or you subsidize and fund a more robust public transportation system. These are the choices. Right, it should be up. Well, then you raise employer taxes. We've got too many rockets and bombs to build to work on that. Too many bombs to give to other countries. Yeah, what the last car I had to get was the excuse me, the SVX tested when I bought it for emissions. But yeah, I remember Illinois was the same way. But yeah, you just plugged into an ODB, and then cars earlier than 1996 were exempt because they didn't have those ports. So I'm pretty sure that's still the case in Illinois. I don't think they do anymore. I do remember the tailpipe testing, but I think they got rid of that. Just because it was like too much work. Yeah, I don't know how other states that have like actual inspections, like for safety, like making sure all the nuts and bolts are on and like seatbelts work and headlights work. You know, like I don't know how that works, or if it works, or if there's a big problem with that too. Well, maybe Illinois changed. But maybe there is some... Maybe it was Arizona? Maybe it was Washington. I don't know. One of the states I was at was just like, you have to do inspections unless your car is older than 1993. Well, here, before they changed it, it was if you have collector plates, you don't need it. Which is what the when I got the Corolla was on. Boats. Good thing we only started emitting harmful things in 1971. Like Oregon has emissions testing. California has strict testing. Hopefully not a Volkswagen or a Cummins diesel. But we're caught doing the same thing. Aren't these fun topics we come up with? Doesn't it just make you feel good about the world? I still got my steering, the pedals under my chair, and they're in my way. Boink. Boink. Oh, not that kind of boink. Wolfie. I did get the UV gloves, and I used them yesterday when making pizza. I can't remember. We tried them on stream when I got them. It was a good pizza. That's what yesterday, when I was out in the yard, the girlfriend was like, I want to go out to eat, but the place we wanted to go gonna like close in 15 minutes. I don't know if she's gonna get home and like still want that. In which case I'll be like, Toodaloo. Homemade dough. I make my own dough. We did it on stream a couple times. Order for her to go. Well, the thing at this place, when you dine in, they give you like a mountain of food. And she's been doing a lot of annoying projects at school and now work. And she just wanted to eat a mountain of Thai food. Gluten-free dough. Yeah, I make it with like the same flours, not the same, but the collection of flours that I've amassed from my bread making endeavors. Bobbert's Red Mill. And pie making, true. Can't say I make enough pie. With these pumpkins I'm growing. Yeah, they are expensive. I've thought about that too. The Dutch, not Dutch. What is it? The Norwegian dough hook? Whatever somebody got me is good, except for when your arm is tired. Danish dough hook, that's the one. Yeah, it works great. Except unless you like really have a sticky dough that you really need to like. That's not how you do that. So yeah, some sort of, well, there really is not some sort of stand mixer. There's the one kind that everybody buys that you have to buy. They're expensive. You can buy those? I thought you only got them as a hand-me-down from a parent, as is the tradition, as is the style of the time. Oop, I fell in. Thomas Fraud, you're gonna sell your KitchenAid? Who are you gonna sell it to? So you can get a commercial grade mixer? Who do you work at a bakery? Oh, I saw it 15. I only saw 16, 16, 15. But we did it.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Thank you, Timo Warner.
Again.
I almost missed it again. Yeah. Hey!
Ain't nothing to it.
Ruined.
Repetitiones.
I occasionally make 3 kilograms of dough. As an American, I have no idea how much that is. It sounds like very little. That sounds like 3 cups. 17. Yay! There we go. We did it, everybody. Twice.
Do it again.
6 pounds. Yay! We're like, ow! We're like, bread? 48 dinner rolls. Ah. Oh.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
That alert, like, lagged my game.
It's the time that never ends.
I did see all the 17s on the Discord. That wasn't at all spammy.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Hype train.
It goes on and on, my friends.
There's new level 1 emotes? Are you just joking? Or are you saying
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Some people started 16 hours, 16 minutes, and 16 seconds not knowing what it was.
Animated level 1 emotes. There we go, everybody. We gotta get past level 1 to unlock your new emotes. Yay! Well,
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
that is a woof sound effect. That's what that is.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
I need to get in on these new emotes.
You need to get
also
on.
16.
You gotta bit or sub or something to get an emote to participate, to get your ticket to the hype train. blowing in my ear.
New emotes, you say?
That'll do it. Almost. Hummus fraud. Call me Mudnuts is who got that random sub.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
This will do it.
It will do it. Now we're well above 16, 16,
Thanks for letting me sit
16.
in.
Ah,
Ain't nothing to it.
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Emotes up for grabs?
Thanks for letting me sit in.
Ain't nothing to it.
Here comes 17 hours 17 minutes and 17 seconds from the other side.
Suddenly, silence. The silence is deafening. Oh, you guys like stuff?
No.
uh,
Adam78 gifted a tier 1 sub to Silence. They have given 27 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah, Formula One. Monaco. I don't know why we keep listening to Cone's ideas. It made you miss racing streams. Did I really stream racing that often? I feel like that was one of the first things I axed from streaming. Just because I knew it was like impossible to pay attention to chat at all or anything. Videos, yes, I did videos, but... Oh, okay. I did dirt.
You're not Nana. Nana's dead. Leave her alone!
Kurtaha.
Aha! Party Man, LP, thank you for 89 months in the sub-tub. I mean, Wreckfest is easy because it's not actually like racing. That's just fun. But like even that. Oh, look at this. It looks like, where is that at? Singapore or something? There's that kind of ocean that has all the... Or is it Vietnam? They want that level 1 emotes. Pretty neat. I just think it's neat. I thought it was Singapore. I thought it was Singapore. Pretty cool.
And now, some clown music.
Hype train success! I got a new level 1 hype train emote. I don't even know what that is. Is it a frog that's thinking? Is it a thinking frog? I don't know. I think you need to give at least 100 bits or a sub to get an emote. I don't know what the rules is. I put it, all the things on easy, so I don't know. I gave 400 bits. I'm not even streaming on Twitch. I don't know what you're talking about. Who is this Jeffrey Bezos of which you speak? There you go, Mamatsky, you got it. You just didn't get the alerts. You got the emotes, probably. You just didn't get the alert. All is right in the world. If you don't like Jeff Bezos, why Twitch and not something else? Kick. You think I don't like Jeff Bezos? Wait till you hear about the people running Kick. Watching Kurt is a kick. That's what. Those are both good explanations of what it is from Hummus Fraud and Mar. Well, no, Microsoft bought Beam? Well, it was Beam, but then they changed the name of it to Match. Or what did they change the name of it to? I forgot. That's how memorable it was. Mixer, that's right. I knew it was like, it sounded like a dating app or something. Yeah, they changed the name to Mixer, rebranded entirely. And then they paid millions of dollars to like Ninja to exclusively switch to Mixer. And then Microsoft shut it down. And fired everybody working on it. Which includes, like, a lot of people we know. Like, a lot of early Minecraft people ended up working there, but when you work for Microsoft, you don't actually work for Microsoft. You get hired by a contractor and are hired on a contract basis. So that when they fire you, it's not Microsoft's. You're not an employee who deserves severance or anything. But I mean, whoever those guys were who started Beam and then sold to Microsoft, they made their money. I mean, they were already rich, but they made more money. Oh, I read POS as something else. And were those all the point of sales register systems like through the 90s? That like were all black and white, like DOS setup that I had to deal with at every retail job I ever worked. Yeah, either just like a green screen or just a black screen with white text. I gotta admit, those are the worst. The worst. They're all set up different, and all the buttons did something different. They didn't have a mouse. There were no mouses. I mean, I remember still, like, when I started working at retail, is like when somebody wrote you a check, you had to, like, put it through the receipt thing to, like, you know, dot matrix on it. I wasn't early enough to have to do with the credit card, the chunk chunk, that thing. Although I remember that thing as a kid, like going to stores with my mom. But yeah, the Law and Order sound, chunk chunk. They're just writing, they're just putting their credit card in at Marshall's or Macy's. JCPenney. Well, the thing is, you know how I'm bad at math? When I got my first job, I wanted to just be like a stock person, but of course, during the interview they lied and said I don't need to do cashier, but of course I had to do cashier. But I had never done that before. And like, counting money was not something I was able to do. So like the other girl who was like my age too, who was working there, like had to teach me how to count money. Like for change back and stuff like that. How does one cash and change? Well, then I basically had to count in my head. I'd be like 10, 20, 25, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, like I did basically the same way I count on paper, but in my head and with money. Grocery stores have automatic change dispensers right now. Well, they do if they don't all have self-checkout. Mahmoud. Thanks, Wolfie. I do remember the first time, though, the receipt that I just turned red, and I didn't know what that meant. And I let my register run out of receipt tape. How would I know? I've never worked at a register before. Nobody told me. Oh, is that what that is? Yeah, that's like the warning to tell you your register is almost out of receipt paper.
Ain't nothing to it.
Oops, I meant to cheer 51. Can I get change?
No change. That's why that one game, the supermarket simulator, where you have to like make change for people, I was having like flashbacks. When do we play that again? Whenever, in 16 hours, 9 minutes, and 9 seconds, maybe. But we still have Botany Manor. We still have the rest of Tomb Raider 3. I'm sure there's Hellblade, I guess, is coming out this month. I don't know. I haven't looked to get an update on that. You just stop giving Kurt money, we can get him to play another game. Alternately, I could just take a month off. Oh yeah, somebody did donate to charity. Hold on, let me get the land and I'll check. ASP2? This is just not for you. I know, I had so many problems too. And then having to like balance your register at the end of the day. I was always off just because I couldn't give change right. Or like something weird would happen. And I had a line, so I panicked and I didn't like call a manager up. Yeah, that was the worst. Of course, the candy store in the mall I worked at didn't even have a point of sale system. They just had generic cash registers where you had to like enter the amounts manually. Which I don't know if that was easier or worse. Honestly, I can't remember. There's not much I remember about that. The Yankee Candle store had its own POS system. Which was another POS. Man, I still have nightmares about that. Same thing with like high school nightmares or stuff like that. I have nightmares about being at an old job and like not remembering how to use the register. Anybody? Anybody? Is that a common 21st century waking sleep nightmare experience? It was Sigurt. Sigurt donated $10 2 days ago to the Direct Relief Charity. Thank you, Sigurt. Who may or may not be here. You remember? I mean, similarly, yeah, the job after that was at a catalog call center. That was all right. But it was still using an outdated white text on a black background point of sale system. And people were like giving you their credit cards over the phone. I got really quick. That's how I got quick at using a number pad. Is entering people's social security numbers, credit card numbers. I have had many jobs. You did, yeah. I feel like I didn't need to do that. The credit card chug chug thing. I just remember the check thing, and you have to like slide it into the printer correctly, and it would print stuff on it. So yeah, I had my first job, which was a retail. My second job was the candy store. And then at the same time, I was also working at Yankee Candle. After that, I did the call center, catalog call center. And I had an internship at a book publishing house, which didn't lead anywhere, obviously. And then Circuit City for a Christmas. And then a web design job. I did get hired at the NASCAR store in the mall. But I declined that position after meeting the guy who ran it. He was a NASCAR guy. I'm like, okay, I don't belong here. Let's not. First interview was at a Pep Boys. Pepperoni boys. You hurled on the sidewalk. Well, that's an easy job. Whenever somebody comes in and asks for something, you say, what year? Make a model. But no, I'm looking for shop towels. Year, make a model. Not get that job. I mean, I movie noises. I interviewed for a newspaper, for like a hat place. Like they make baseball hats or design them. Didn't get that one. I don't remember. I interviewed at like another graphic design place in downtown Chicago, but I was late to the interview because I had to drive to downtown Chicago. I'm pretty sure that's what eliminated me from that. That I interviewed for. I think like the city was looking for like a graphic designer. Or like the parks department. Something like that, like the county or something like that. I remember. I can't remember if I got an interview or not, but I remember going back and forth with that one. I interviewed for Bring a Trailer. Good times. Oops. Bring a Trailer has staff? They're making millions of dollars a year. Of course they have staff. Who do you think writes all the ads? But underpaid college communications majors. Definitely not 40-year-old dudes. That's not who they want. Speaking of 40-year-old dudes, let's go to sleep and back up the world. Not suffocating. Not linear unless you're walking in a straight line to the far lands, although, let's be honest, I'm not really walking very linear either. 61,589.77 megabytes. Hello? You still want to go out to dinner? Oh, hell yeah, folks. Yes. Let's go.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna jettison these dorks and go get food.
Better go.
And die of cancer.